Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Ink 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today, we are looking at a green ink. This one is from Private Reserve Sherwood Green Fast Dry. Huge thanks goes out to Private Reserve for providing the bottle for this review. How is everyone doing today? What's going on? What's new? I haven't been on in a while. I'm sorry. I've been busy working. Today is the first day that I've had that I'm back in the office, so that's nice. We're trying to keep things moving along. I'm going to share this with my friends. At this time, I would encourage you to share this with your friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. I hate what YouTube has done to this whole share thing. It's like completely ridiculous. It's just, I hate it. I hate it so much. Maybe if we all just stop watching YouTube, they will listen. I'm like, oh, maybe we messed up. Alright, we are all shared out to our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. Oops, I've missed one. Alright, now we are all shared out to our friends. Hopefully they will come and hang out with us too. So I know that they have changed the layout for you guys that are watching, which is completely stupid. I hate it. It's awful. Like, you can barely read the chat. There's just no room to see what you're doing. And they've squinched everything in, so it makes it even more difficult because they put this stupid heart thing, and when you hover over it, there's like a smiley face and a trumpet and a scared face and a 100. If you tap those things, they send out a little tiny emoji, which is like, I don't understand why. Anyway, we're also going to be participating in a group activity, and the group activity is called Be Productive 2023. That's where the hashtag is. It's a link in the doobly-doo. You can check it out there. And we're going to do one of these words every day. And we're also going to be doing a Calligraphy Masters September challenge. So I'm going to write the word youth, and then I'm going to flourish it. So that'll be very interesting. Okay, here is our ink of the day. It's a nice green ink. Very nice, very nice. And here is our ink swatch. A water resistance test shows it does have a little bit of water resistance. I might consider using this on the outside of an envelope. Here is our ink painting of the day. This one does have some red sheen going on. Might have some red sheen in some heavy laid down letters. And here is our toilet paper chromatography. And I do see that there is some green and some blue in there. So that's interesting. Today's pens we'll be using the Serendipity with the oval broad nib and the Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya version 1 with an ultra flex nib. Phew, that was a bunch. Here is our calendar for today. Got me a desk calendar. We're going to see how it works out. Alright, let's do a writing sample. No, we're just going to get a new. Alright, so this is CVS caliber notebook paper. We're going to write the word youth and we're going to flourish it. Probably over flourished, but very nice, very nice. So if you are participating, or if you would like to participate, all you have to do is follow the hashtag CMSC. CSMC. And the hashtag Be Productive. BEEPRODUCTIVE 2023. Cool? Alright. On with the review. Okay, this is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. There's no feathering, a little bit of ghosting. This is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. There is just the slightest bit of red sheen. You can kind of see it there. Oops. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of heavy ghosting. No real bleeding though. This is super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. A little bit of sheen. No real feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Heavy, very heavy ghosting. Alright, this is Field Notes Journal. A little bit of spread. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Alright, this is Moleskin 70 GSM. Oi. Feather like a chicken, blend to the page. This is Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. No feathering. No bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Sorry, itchy. This is a Yush 100 GSM paper. A little bit of sheen. Lots of shading. No bleeding, no ghosting. Barely any ghosting. Okay, I need to do this. Alright, this is Leuchtturm 1917. There's no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Midori MD paper. Lots of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Okay, this is... that pad's not working out, so... This is 52 GSM Tomoe River. A little bit of sheen, a little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. So, something exciting is happening that I didn't think was going to happen. I just bought some ink for the first time in probably 3 years. I bought some diamine inks from Cult Pens, and I also bought some other things, so look forward to that soon. This is Cosmo Airlight 75 GSM. Ooh, you can definitely see that green and red sheen. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the journal from the Dollar Tree. Nice shading. Tiniest bit of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is B7 Bulky 75 GSM. I had to look up this paper to make sure that I did it right. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. A little bit of ghosting. Tiniest bit. Alright, this is Nemesine 80 GSM dot grid. Nice shading, no feathering. Tiny bit of micro bleeding, but other than that, no bleeding, no, barely any ghosting. This is Oxford Optic paper. This one's very flat. Barely any shading. Oh, and it did bleed through the page. That's too bad. This is Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of shading. No real feathering, no bleeding, a tiny bit of micro bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. Kind of flat. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Up and Up Wide Rule composition book from Target.com. Don't notice my fat finger swipe. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red composition book from Staples.com. Oh, it is feathering into the page. And it did bleed through the page. This is Apica notebook paper, 81.4 GSM. A little bit of shading, a little bit of sheen. Can't really see it in the video though. No real feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is really good paper. This is the Nanami 7 Seas 68 GSM Tomoe River. I got asked where you can find this, and this was a gift from pen friend Gary Scott, and he got it, I believe, from Drum Ghouls in Texas. Beautiful shading and sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting though. Oh, I'm so hungry. Okay. This is Artist Loft 100 GSM paper. A little bit of feathering, kind of flat, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the Buffet handmade paper from Italy. Feather like a chicken, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is U-Style notebook paper. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. Sheffield home paper goods. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. CVS Caliber notebook paper, my favorite paper. Beautiful sheen. Oops, maybe just a little too bright. There. You can definitely see that red sheen. That's beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Oxford notebook paper. Beautiful sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Mead 5-star notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. No sheen, barely any shading. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Aqua Bee. I just learned that this is not pronounced Aqua Bee. Aqua Bee. It's Aqua Bee. Aqua Bee. Cross section pet. Aqua Bee. Cross section pet. That's a tongue twister right there. Aqua Bee cross section pad. Little bit of sheen, a little bit of shading, no real feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering. No bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the JNB Copper Plate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. A little bit of shading. Hi, Wumble Bumblebee. How are you doing today? A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. How you been? How you been? This is original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. It's got a little bit of feathering, a little bit of shading, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Okay. What comes next? The comparison panel. What did I do with it? Did it fall off? It fell off. Say, Andy, do you know about Aqua Bee? It's a paper brand. Aqua Bee. So I have this huge A3 sized, can't even zoom out, this huge A3 sized paper, and it's called Aqua Bee. I kept calling it Aqua Bee, but it's Aqua Bee. Aqua Bee cross-section pad. Try and say that 5 times fast. Woo! I know. Oh, exactly. Okay, I need my finger cuts because I don't want to have to lick my fingers every 5 seconds. Finger cut. Alright, so I think that this is definitely going to be a green ink. Let's see. This is Aqua Bee. I'm sorry, this is Private Reserve Sherwood Green next to Seats Krausnack Palm Green. See, okay. Twisby Emerald Green. Monteverde Ironite. Jane Davenport Mermaid Tail. Venta Inks Mermaid Green. Colorverse Alpha PSC. Wearing Glow Wuthering Heights. Diamond Umber Green, now we're getting closer. Cali Inks Green, this one's very close. Birmingham Emerald Fusion, no. Nebula Space Kitty, no. Freedom of the Starry Skies, no. Noodler's Forest Green, this one's kind of close. Diamond Delamere Green, this one's kind of close. 50 States Vermont. Monteverde California Teal. Scribo Verde Bosco. Diamond Emerald. Tasha Olive Green. Noodler's Green. Robert Oster Lemongrass. Diamond Golden Ivy. Diamond Elf. Diamond Magical Forest. Pilot Mixable Green. Noodler's Grun Green Cactus. And Beryllium Spirulina Green. Hi, Butterbean Head. How are you doing today? Haven't seen you on in forever. How you been? How you been? And Beryllium Spirulina Green. Ackerman Bezudin Wood Growin. This one's kind of close. Private Reserve Sherwood Green. This one is not the fast dry. And this one is the fast dry, and I will show you in a second how that works. Robert Oster Emerald, Private Reserve Spearmint, Diatramentis Document Green, Birmingham Cooked Spinach, Noodler's Pushkin, Colorverse Arabella, Pelican 4001, Brilliant Green, Stipula Bright Green, Colorverse Spirit, Pelican Edelstein Jade, Diamine Seasons Greetings, Blackstone Daintree Green, Diamine Hells, Laban Hera, Pannonia Golden Isolde, this one's kind of close, Monteverde Yosemite Green, Ferris Wheel Press Peppermint Drop, Diamine Spruce, Jabba Ancre Laurie Sauvage, Pannonia Zuz Molichen, Pilot Ero Suzuku Chikyu Rin. Colorverse Walk the Dog. Birmingham Basil Pesto. Graf Von Faber-Castell Olive Green. Birmingham Starfruit. Ferris Wheel Press. Queen and Castle. Diamond Olive Swirl. Troublemaker Espana Boulevard. Birmingham Pen Company Horseradish Mustard. Mustard? Don't let's be silly. Now lemon, that's different. Pilot Erosh Suzuku Inaho. Birmingham Holly Twinkle. Kiwi Inks Kakapo Parrot. Monteverde Key Lime Pie. Scribo Verde Prato. Colorverse Supernatural. Diamine Apple Teeny. Diamine Sherwood Green. This is different brand. And they look very different. Diamine Meadow Green. Diamine Calligraphy Passion. Van Diemen's Underwater Sea Dragon. Dominant Industry Autumn Forest. Ackerman Douse Emerald Green. Ferris Wheel Press Cloak and Forest. Tinker's Ink Freddy's Favorite. Tasha Hokusai Saibe Midori. Monteverde Jade Noir. Monarcha Nopal. Colorverse Able. Diary Evergreen. Oh, sorry, it gives me. It's about that time. Diamine and Evergreen. Diamine Green Black. Private Reserve Ebony Green. Bakersfield Food Color Green. Diamine Best Wishes. Diamine Black Ivy. Monteverde Crocodile. Organic Studio Henry David Thoreau. Robert Oster Velvet Storm. Diamine Alpine. Birmingham Heavy Crude. Diamine Salamander. Anderillium Kingfisher Green. And Sailor Rikyu Cha. Wow. I'm doing great. Never realized how many greens and how close together they are. Yeah. Some are like really, really like right on top of each other. Others are like completely on the opposite end of the spectrum. Okay, so let's try this out. So this is a broad nib. And this is a broad nib. Now, they're not the same ink, but I want to see if they can even compare to each other. So this is Pelican Edelstein Appetit and Private Reserve Sherwood Green. So you will see that only way, right where I just laid it down, did it smear. And this one was smearing all the way up here. So this is definitely a fast dry ink. I don't know if that made much sense. Let me know in the comment section below if that was a good test or not. Because I figured if I make a 5-second line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can go 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and then the ones closest would have the longest time, but even that after 5 seconds still smeared a little bit. So maybe wait more than 5 seconds. So one Iana, 2 Iana, 3 Iana, 4 Iana, 5 Iana. So it does smear after 5 seconds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still smears after 10 seconds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But it's completely dry after 20 seconds. So that's relatively good to know. So 20 seconds on a broad nib is pretty good. Hi Ron, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? I love that green, but it looks like a little patience is required. It's just a little bit. If you really want a fast drying ink, Private Reserve has a pearlescent series. Pearlescent inks dry within 1 second. And I know that sounds completely made up, but if you look on my YouTube channel, you can see where I did the test, and it dries at 1 second, which is incredible. And if you have the pennies, if you're lefty, definitely try some of the pearlescent ink. They do feather a little bit, but they dry that fast. I couldn't believe it myself. So, this might be fast dry. I don't know if there's like a super fast dry, but the pearlescent series is definitely a super fast dry. Anyway, what did you guys think about today's ink? Do you guys have this ink? Are you looking for a green ink that dries relatively fast? Let me know in the comments section. I almost said below, but I have no idea where it is anymore, so I'm just going to continue to say below. Stupid YouTube. Trying to move things around. Ugh! Makes me so mad that I want to go to another platform, but I don't. I like YouTube. I wish it'd stop being stupid. Anyway, drives me crazy. You're a lefty. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, try look on my YouTube channel for it's a Private Reserve Pearlescent Silver, or Pearlescent Dawn, or Pearlescent Violet. There's a couple pearlescent ones in there, so check them out. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube will notify you. And if you'd like to join the Patreon over on patreon.com/MarilynDarlingShow, you can learn a new skill today. We're having a Zoom for the patrons on Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific. So, if you want to hang out with us, become a patron today. So, without you guys, I want to thank you for subscribing. You guys are the reason that I do this. Don't you forget it. So, Please don't forget to share this with your friends. Like, comment, ring the little bell, make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.